Did you know I have a podcast, by the way? It's called Textory, and in each episode we dissect a different historical text. So far we've done 17th century court records and drug recipes, an 1840s Polish teenager's diary, articles written by a guy that experimented with an Edwardian medium, breakup letters from different eras, and much more. Listen now on Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, whatever, all of the other podcasting platforms. Bye! Bonjour! It is the end of summer, which means it's ogóre time. I've only done it once before, but it can't be too complicated, right? Our grandmas used to do it every year, just gathering supplies to survive the winter. I can do this. This is not complicated, right? Anyway, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare all the jars, because you can't just wash the jars, pop the things in. It's gonna spoil. We need to prepare the jars. This is how we do it. We're gonna remove the lids, wash the jars, dry the jars, place them in a cold oven, set the oven to 100 degrees Celsius, which is this much Fahrenheit, and keep them there for 20 to 30 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to rinse the lids in boiling water. Ooh. Ogórki kiszone, the staple of Polish cuisine. And also a source of lots of vitamins, so they're actually good for you. But if you're not Polish, you might have trouble getting your hands on one of these, which is a set of vegetables and herbs meant specifically for making pickles. So the contents of this are as follows: a tiny garlic, a small one so you can fit it inside the jars. This, I don't know, horseradish, I don't know the English name. This is basically dill. It's one of those that still has flowers on it. So you can try and collect those yourself somewhere, or if you're Polish, you can just go to a shop and get it. But apart from that, all it takes is just water and salt, baby, and the small cucumbers. According to Google, the English name is pickling cucumber, so if that's true, get one of those, or not one, get like 2 kilos. Let's jump into it. 2 liters of water, 4 tablespoons of salt. Ah! Oh my god. Bring it to boil. Salty water is boiled. Let's pour it over the ogóre, put the lid on, close this topic. Next one. Okay, housewife. Let's peel the skin of the pears. That's it, that's the announcement. You know what, I might actually cut the end of. Oh, this one's so much better. I used to have a really crappy one. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I think I got it as a gift. But it wouldn't peel anything off. It would just stay on the skin and just like, ugh. So I bought this one because it matched my wall. Oh, this one's so good. Like... I made this last year and it ended up being a whopping 2 jars. So I opened the first one and I was like, Okay, this is kind of good. I brought it home. No one ate it for weeks because they forgot fridge exists. It got spoiled, and then I was only left with one jar. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna save this for later. Fast forward to a year later. The one pear jam jar is still not opened because I was saving it for better times. So this time I'm hoping there will be more of the jam so I can actually eat it and not be like, ooh, let me savor this for the right moment. You know, it kind of is like having stickers as a kid. Like when you would have really nice stickers and you would be like, yeah, this one's for a very special moment, and then you would never use them. And years later you discover your sticker stash and you're like, what am I gonna do with this now? I won't let my pear jam be a sticker stash from childhood. This was a little rotten, so not really rotten, but just like squashed. So I'm cutting the bit off. So the recipe calls for almost a cup of sugar, but these are like really, really sweet. So I'm gonna only add like 1/3 cup of sugar. And I'm gonna set it on low heat first. Okay, I am now going to gradually turn the heat up so they start sizzling a little. I will cook them for 20 to 30 minutes so they turn into mousse with like bits of fruit in it. And I will need to stir them every now and then just so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. So there's more and more juice coming out. Nice. And in the meantime, we are going to make a concoction made of lemon juice, water, and kisiel. Now, let me check what kisiel is in English. Great, it doesn't say. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's basically this starch jelly that we in Poland eat when we're a little sick or when we're children. But it's also just starch. And this one's lemon flavored, which when I was doing this recipe last year, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't want my jam to smell like lemon. And after adding it to the pears, I was like, great, now I have a lemon jelly instead of a jam. But actually, when I opened it months later, that scent was gone. The lemon flavor was completely gone. So I think this only works to give it like a more jelly-like texture instead of just like dripping juice. So this one I'm assuming is optional, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I liked the texture. Let me turn the heat up a little more. Ooh, we're now at 5 out of 10. Out of 9 actually. Why does it never go to 10 on the heater? Okay, let's go. Let's add the starch. And then it's gonna be finished. Ooh. It does feel more like a jam now than it did before. Ooh, this is pretty thick. That's what he said. Anyway, this is yummy. This genuinely looks good. Now, when you're putting the jam in, be careful not to touch the edge of the jar, because then it might not lock in correctly. Put it in the jars while it's still hot. I don't know the science behind it, but I just know that's the way it's done. Okay, now I'm putting on the lid, and after a while there should be a dent on the lid, which means that everything went successfully and it's gonna be preserved. Ta-da! I managed to fill the 4th jar, so I actually have 4 jars of pear jam, which is fantastic. Okay, the plums. I need to wash the plums, remove the seeds, pop them in the oven. Pretty much it. Add some sugar, optional. I can do this. Can I just rip it open? Yeah, I kind of can. Come on. The original recipe calls for ½ kilogram of sugar, but I'm gonna do 250 grams because I'm different. No, I just think it doesn't need that. I don't like my jams super sweet. That's still a lot. It is not right actually, because I just realized the recipe is for 5 kilo of plums and I only have 2. Which means, yeah, I'm just gonna remove some of the sugar manually. It's gonna be disgusting. Now, after 30 minutes, I'm gonna turn the temperature down from 200 degrees to 170. And then I'm gonna have to stir the plums every half an hour for like 3 hours. Ugh. Woo. Oh, that smells really nice. How do I mix it? What does this smell remind me of? Oh, they're starting to disintegrate. That's good. That's what we want. See you in half an hour. Woo-hoo. Okay. Does it look like intestines? 100%. That smells really good. Oh, don't spill it, don't spill it. That smells like caramel a little. I wonder if it's burning. Oh, this is nice. Okay, half an hour more to go. Okay, I don't want to burn it, so I'm just gonna... That's enough. Woo! This is it for today. If you try any of those, let me know how that worked for you. I'm gonna try them in probably a couple of months. They should last at least a year or 6 months, whatever. Just smell it before you eat it. Bye!